This is Ethan Rivers, welcoming you to this deeply restorative hypnosis experience, designed specifically to help you to release and recover from all exhaustion and mental fatigue, so you can drift peacefully away into the most deeply replenishing and powerfully regenerating horizons of your easiest, most nourishing, most blissful states of longer lasting sleep. I have created this rejuvenating session for you as an energy restoration practice and a gentle sleep talk down to help you recover from all accumulated tiredness, the mental weariness, and the deep exhaustion. I suggest, if you find yourself regularly experiencing exhaustion, mental fatigue, or deep weariness, then I invite you to listen to this track for at least 14 consecutive nights to truly help you to restore and replenish your mind and body's energy reserves. For all of the wonderful benefits of this deep rejuvenation and your deep hypnotic rest. So now, just as soon as you have settled yourself down into the restful comfort of that welcoming bed, and you can just set all of that aside now, because you really are completely done, and you're already moving deeper down towards that restored state by consciously choosing and willingly allowing to journey there towards sleep and to replenish as you know how to do, to better enjoy all of these wonderful and nourishing, more restorative moments, where and when we really can allow our recovering and more energized minds to create for us more and more of those wonderful and more replenished inner dimensions of feeling so deeply restored, when more and more of the unconscious parts of you just love to embrace those self-restoring visions and the deeper feelings of those replenishing ways, trusting all of that to naturally work away for you somewhere in the background, as all deeper and more capable, brilliant resources within your subconscious awareness begin to restore all kinds of depleted energy reserves or systems, and to simply replenish too much of that inner fatigue that was there, as you begin to give to your exhausted mind and all of your deeper wisdom the gentle attentions of energy restoration and the replenishing, nourishing self-awareness that soon allows some of your less conscious focus to move there with a kind of deeper restoration or a more restored depth, always very gently descending on down, perhaps towards the easier rise and fall of each regular, natural, and normal movements of each nourishing breath. And I wonder if, as you do, allow your attentions to go there, and you become aware of breathing consciously into unconscious renewal. You might also enjoy growing a little more curious of, or aware to, the gentle rising and falling of the lower abdomen beneath the chest, and becoming aware of the deeper diaphragm muscles very naturally expanding and contracting over time as the gentle passages of each present breath in each restoring moment can arrive with a lighter sense of renewal in some thought, when some other thoughts allow some of those waves of replenishing and restoration and vitality. And you're already beginning to notice just how naturally you might begin to give yourself full permission to soon discover how to so completely restore. If you haven't yet done so already, or perhaps you've not quite noticed, I'll invite you to simply allow those tired eyelids to gratefully close down, and to relax those weary, exhausted, fatigued eye muscles to your complete comfort. And I'll invite you to think of the sounds of my voice, along with all of the soothing and the tones of these restoring suggestions, which are all designed for your recovery, to guide you as you go into your most restorative states of sleep's progression. And for the less conscious sounds and sensations, and those ideas you'll absorb, to simply become a part of your very own inner journey, and to function as your trusted energy restorer. As you begin now to relax inside of yourself a little more and more, relaxing into the many replenishing and rejuvenating dreamtime destinations that may sometimes gently surprise. Having already made sure you've completed all of those necessary final tasks or any remaining duties by breathing in through the nose with a renewing awareness, and breathing out through the nostrils or the mouth with the softer sounds of releasing calm, allowing you to imagine beyond these many benefits you will create as I continue just talking to you, and you continue to just hear, perhaps there in the backgrounds, the sound of my voice, or perhaps there in the foreground at other moments, the meanings of these words, and more of these unconscious cues with all of their restoring signals, as many parts of you do listen and continue to restore. Or maybe you'd also enjoy imagining a kind of beautiful inner space of an emerging peaceful scene, one of your favorites, or something you've only just thought of now, or even a deeper sense of seeing yourself resting in a warm and glowing, gentle and healing pool of golden light, as you simply see yourself in your mind's imagination, now feeling the warmth soak into you with each tired muscle releasing, each exhausted cell replenishing there, just as each automatic, outgoing flow of breath passes out from you as a kind of releasing or restoring, rejuvenating wave. And all of these gentle waves just continue to wash more and more of that fatigue away, as your attentions may become aware of the sides of each rib, just one there below the other, so gently expanding and contracting, along with each moving, nourishing breath. And possibly you're aware of yourself noting or knowing or remembering from time to time. There really is no need to try, to push through, or to resist any single wave of tiredness. As revitalizing air flows in and all exhaustion seems to effortlessly drain further away, because you know it's truly more than enough. Many people do find within restorative self-hypnosis to simply acknowledge and observe without judgment the subtle movements or the sensations or the replenishing extensions of each naturally slowing rhythm of this wave-like restoration, of really seeing yourself resting all of the way back there and glowing a little furthermore. And perhaps somewhere you can see that looks to you to be so perfectly restful and so inviting. Somewhere within the warmth of that lovely healing pool, where you're happy to continue to deeply restore now all of your most tired and depleted reserves. And all around you, you notice how the air itself feels warmer now, how the space seems more nourishing, how the atmosphere is gentler and more replenishing, like after a long rest, when everything has been recharged and restored and renewed, and your body feels replenished and ready again. That's how you feel now. Restored, replenished, renewed, ready for rest. And with each breath you take, you notice more energy flowing in, more vitality being restored, more exhaustion melting away. And now, one at a time, you might enjoy seeing yourself, allowing each wave of warmth to penetrate deeper into every fiber of your being, until you watch as each ray of healing light there, like a restorative force of nature, touches and renews, and then replenishes all fatigue completely. And then you watch as each little area of tiredness absorbs energy and energy all the way, restored by the light's gentle power. And just like this, it's already your own body's exhaustion that is likewise warming and restoring and replenishing and now renewing as new moments of powerful and deep restoration now expand. And all past moments of that previous day's depletion, with all of its draining and exhausting, yet now restoring energies, all of that now transforms, as if replenishing in these warmest currents of pure vitality and renewal. And maybe there is yet another part of you that really does allow and welcome all of your increasing and more energized senses of this restoration, to simply watch and witness quietly your own replenishing physical self, as if now from outside of yourself or from afar, as you get now a newer sense of just that experience and all of that exhaustion that seemed so overwhelming just moments ago has been absorbed, released, transformed, ready to be replaced with vitality tomorrow. Because you know, and your unconscious knows, that right now, in this moment, the only need, the only purpose, the only truth is simply to rest, to allow your body this beautiful restoration, this wonderful replenishment, this deep renewal. And as you continue to drift deeper and deeper still, you might imagine now that you're floating through waves of warm golden light, through nourishing energy, through healing vibrations. And with each wave you absorb, you feel stronger, more restored, more at ease, leaving behind one layer of exhaustion and entering another, more energized space, and then another, even more replenished state, moving deeper into the more nourished sections of your consciousness, where the fatigue is less present, where the weariness is less active, where the exhaustion is less intense, until you find yourself in the deepest restoration, the most nourished space, the most replenished state of all. You don't need to force this restoration. You don't need to struggle with this recovery, because your unconscious mind knows exactly how to naturally restore and replenish and renew, all on its own, while you simply relax and receive and restore, like watching a battery slowly recharge. Each moment simply replenishes. Each breath simply restores. Each second simply renews. And you remain restored, replenished, renewed, nourished. Perhaps you notice now how different your body feels from just a few moments ago. How much lighter, how much more energized, how much more restored, as if someone has come through and recharged all your batteries and refilled all your reserves and left you with this beautiful, warm, replenished, restored feeling. And in this restored warmth, you might notice a kind of gentle fullness, not the fullness of excess, but the fullness of nourishment, the fullness of restoration, the fullness of vitality, where there is room now for energy, for strength, for healing, for renewal, where there is no exhaustion at all, no fatigue to hold, no weariness to maintain, just pure, replenished, blissful vitality. And here, in this innermost restoration, you can finally, completely, totally rest. Your body has replenished. The restoration is occurring. The renewal is expanding. The vitality is settling. And now, all that remains is this beautiful, restored, replenished vitality. This gorgeous, nourished, complete rest. And you sink down now into the most restorative space, in this most nourished state, in this most replenished place. And you allow yourself to simply be, to simply rest, to simply exist in this perfect, deep restoration. Your breathing has found its own restoring rhythm, rising and falling like the gentlest waves of healing energy. And with each breath in, you draw in more vitality, more energy, more restoration. And with each breath out, you release any remaining exhaustion, any lingering fatigue, any residual weariness. Breathing in vitality, breathing out exhaustion, breathing in energy, breathing out fatigue, breathing in restoration, breathing out weariness until there is nothing left but this beautiful, restored, replenished, energized, nourished being, ready now for the deepest, most restorative, most rejuvenating sleep. And your unconscious mind knows exactly how to maintain this beautiful restoration, this replenishing energy, this deep renewal, even as you sleep, even as you dream, even as you rest. Your body continues its natural work of restoring, of replenishing, of renewing, of healing. This beautiful, deep restoration that you've created here tonight. And when you wake tomorrow, you'll find that this energy remains, that this vitality persists, that this restoration continues, because you've reprogrammed at the deepest level your body's natural ability to restore exhaustion, to replenish fatigue, to renew weariness before sleep and during sleep and after sleep, creating a new pattern, a new response, a new natural state of deep restoration and powerful vitality. And this pattern grows stronger each time you practice, each time you listen, each time you allow this beautiful replenishment to occur. So you can trust now in this process. You can believe now in this restoration. You can know now with absolute certainty that your body is restoring, is replenishing, is renewing, is ready for the deepest, most restorative, most rejuvenating sleep. And as my voice begins to fade now into the background, you might notice how restored you are, how replenished you are, how ready you are to simply let go completely, totally, absolutely into this beautiful, restored, replenished, nourished, energized state of your deepest, most restorative, most wonderful sleep. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep restoratively. Let everything go. Release all exhaustion. Surrender all fatigue into sleep. Sweet restoration. Restful replenishment. Deep vitality. Perfect sleep. Good night, and thank you.